Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Turn my
Can't
camera.
see. It's always suspense about what's going to be the background today.
Today I'm just going au natural.
Oh, wow. How is it going?
Good. Good. I had a good weekend. You had a good Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day?
Uneventful.
Oh yeah.
There's been a couple of. It's also the Victory Day back in the old Soviet Union. It used to be a big day, like World War II Victory Day.
Oh, okay.
Signing of the anyway. So two things collapsed. Very. It was a good day.
Did World War II end differently there than I remember?
Yeah. What we taught here is actually a very condensed version of World War II.
Yeah, I guess North America only played us. It was only in the war for a small.
The World War II in North America starts with storming of Normandy Beach. It's like, right. What about the 6 years prior?
Yeah. Well, it didn't affect us, so.
Yeah. Thank God too. Right.
It's funny how I mean, you realize like your perception of history is so I don't know, limited to what you've been taught and the part of the world you lived in, and how it affected you in that part.
Yeah,
so it's interesting.
Yeah, it's history is what we're being told, not what would actually happened.
Yeah,
always has been. Well, I had this weekend was good. It's one of those I kept thinking about you because I would wake up on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Boom! I sold one course, like my SLO, the self-liquidating offer.
Nice.
Wow. Wake up on Sunday, bam, another one. And not only a course, I both people bought the bump, and the second person bought the downsell.
Wow.
Jesus Christ! I almost with these two sales, I made back all of the stuff that I invested in ads for this.
Well, there's your SLO.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh, funny story. None of them started the course.
Yeah. It's so weird, eh?
Yeah, and one thing I am worried about is none of them actually opened the welcome emails that were sent out. So I've sent them again, and they're still not open. So they must be landing somewhere. I have it on the checkout page, like big bold letters. Yeah. Achtung, Achtung. You have to check your inbox for this email.
Yeah.
They haven't.
Yeah. What's funny, because I was working on a new page on my site for my coaching. And when I was testing it, it was going into my own junk mail because there's the 2-stage opt-in.
Yeah.
That Kajabi has like pre-built. And anyway, I've decided I'm going to abandon the 2-step opt-in. Instead, I'm going to create my own. So basically what happens is there's a page where they put their name and email address. And then when they submit that, it takes them to another page, which then has a small survey to get more information from them.
Yep.
And like a, I don't know if you call it a disclaimer or whatever, verification that they're signing up. So that's that to me, that's the second stage of their 2-stage opt-in. Mm-hmm. And then that way I don't have to rely on an email that nobody ever sees. And then anyone who signs up who doesn't do the survey part, I'll just delete. I won't consider them as a contact because that'll eliminate bots or tire kickers or whatever. Even though I had 4 people, so my ad finished for my beta testing.
Yep.
So I actually had 5 people, but one of them was Jason that used to work with us. Mm-hmm. So I'm not counting him because he came through my own post, not through my ad. But I had 4 people through the ad sign up. They were all just curious, they said in their answers, but I sent them all the course. Not one of them is logged into it yet.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, sure, I'm fine. I mean, if I can't, damn.
But I had one person who was somebody I don't know who bought my Leadership for Teens course a while ago.
Yep.
And they did like the first part of the first module, and that's it. So they spend $100 and they spend about less than 10 minutes on the course, and they stopped. And they never asked for a refund. They never, nothing. Like, it was just like, and I don't know if it's just people are busy and they get distracted and they forget to go back to things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even the other people that I know that bought my course, I've been emailing them off and on, asking them for feedback and reminding them that they have the course and stuff, because I also want feedback on the course, and I want testimonials, and I want,
of course, yeah,
stuff. So anyway, it's surprising.
It's very surprising.
Although I don't know what's your experience with the course you're on now. Like, I've got 29 people, I think it is, in our course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say there's less than 10 that I'd consider to be actively engaged, in terms of like posting things on Facebook, and, almost everybody, like 85% or so, shows up for all the calls every week.
Yep.
But in terms of doing the weekly stuff and posting their feedback on it, it's like, 10 people, less than 10 people probably.
I would say that would be accurate. Roughly about the same. You would have, so I had 3 people start around, because they have rolling recruitment.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's stuff. It's not like a preset date,
right,
for a cohort. It's whenever people come in. So I came in with 3 people, and both of us went through the process and kind of finished. Surprisingly, nobody sold anything at the end of it, although very different things.
Yeah.
So we've been very, very engaged throughout the process, obviously, wanting to make sure that everything works out, blah, blah, blah. But I see that there are other people who've gone through the program before, and they kind of keep appearing, I guess.
Yeah.
So, for example, I've been sitting on my ass. Like, let's be honest. My second beta, I told you last Monday that I didn't do anything. I'm going to do it. Do you think I did anything?
Yeah.
Not really. I've prepared all of my questionnaire, but it's the way one person put it. It's a decompression period.
Yeah.
It's like you don't realize how much effort you put into this, how much you thought this is going to deliver, like all of that, like all of the emotional charge. And now that it's done, you kind of exhale.
Yeah.
And now you need to collect your energy to go into the second one.
Yeah.
Although I have actually very good ideas of how I would do my second beta, and it is much easier right now because I've repurposed a couple of my questionnaires, so it's just easier to do.
Yeah.
So but I'll get to it. I'm teaching a class today.
Oh yeah.
On I call it Get a Standing Ovation. It's about like the essentials of what it takes to build a course, and it was all inspired by what you and I talked about. Like I put tips and pointers in there, and we'll see if anyone joins at all. But I am going to go with it, and I'm going to record it as if I have an audience of hundreds, and I'm going to use that for my Nourish membership.
Cool. That's on Zoom or on Facebook Live or both?
On Zoom.
Yeah. On
Zoom, just because it's easier to record.
Yeah. Cool. That's cool.
So yeah, but that's another thing that I've done because I'm still following through on my original plan.
Yeah.
Of what I wanted to do. We'll see. And I played around with my ads on the weekend and got them turned off.
Yeah.
By my own volition, not Facebook. Like, I mean, they did give me a warning. Like, look, if you mess with this conversion metric, then we'll like it's 72 hours until it comes back alive. And like, yeah. My SLO is now not doing anything. Let me. I want to show you something just to get your perspective thoughts on it.
So my 4 leads ended up costing me. Well, I spent about $100, I think, between my
25 $25 a lead. That's expensive.
Yeah,
that is expensive.
but that's because the first $70 was on the first ad, which did nothing. So I guess really if I that was $70 for 0, and then the other $30 was for 4. So that's because they all came from the second version of the ad.
Well, what was the second version of the ad?
Instead of a picture of the house, I had a picture of like a PC screen and a tablet and a phone with the visual of the course on it.
Smart Mockups?
No, I started using Smart Mockups, but it was watermarked, and I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, I decided I didn't have time to waste figuring it out, so I just mocked it up myself. It was very simple.
It's incredible. The simplest of tools. I have it. Look at this. How do you like that?
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool.
This is what I wanted to show you. So this is what the ad looks like.
Nice.
I'm doing it as a video. You just have to get unstuck.
Yeah.
And find your niche. But come on. See, you always have to click free.
Oh, okay.
Anything that's locked premium, you won't be able to use it. So. Okay, you can't tell me that was difficult.
No. I don't know. Whatever I was in, it was when I got to the image, it had like a crisscross watermark on it.
Yeah, I actually found this is pretty amazing what you can do here. It's like I was gonna do it this way.
Yeah.
I was gonna do something like this, but it kind of cuts off by the pocket.
Yeah.
But then you can also do like amazing stuff. Like, yeah, you want a hoodie orange?
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do any sort of stuff. Like hoodies are not ideal because of the pocket. And there's so many. Damn. How did they do this? I don't know. Oh, we got to do this, hey? Now I'm just fucking around. Right. Apply on company site. ADP, Senior Director Implementation. I'm going to do this? Probably not.
What time's your class at?
12 p.m. You want to join?
Sure, if you want me to.
He's like, no, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Huh?
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, he said it with all his sincerity. Copy invitation, chat. I feel funny, like my head's as if I'm like hit.
Oh yeah, like just thinking about doing this, or
no, just general, whatever.
Yeah. I boosted my post that I made on Friday for coaching.
Yeah.
Just to see, whatever, $25, see what happens. Did I have 30 something likes on it? No comments or anything yet, but
any kind of people coming in? No,
nobody. No, it's funny because it's playing out exactly as you said. Like boosts are just to stroke your ego that people are looking and clicking like on your thing. They're not actually doing anything.
No.
So
yeah, that's unfortunately the case.
Yeah. And then I DM'd a bunch of people, like 13 or 14 people directly on LinkedIn last week, because I'm trying to do research as part of my course
And
for a target audience of new managers. And like I did a generic post out, which I got no responses on. Then I did I DM'd like 14 people or so, and I've had 3 people respond, but not with actual people, just saying, "Oh, I'll see if I know anybody," or whatever. So
more so like cease and desist letters.
No. I mean, I think they're generally thinking about it, but it hasn't translated to anything.
Yeah. It's
just fine. I mean, I haven't done, like, I'm not doing, and maybe I need to do something like you did initially, which is like offer some kind of an incentive, like a gift card or something. Like, why would, some random person just go, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you about my experience as a new manager." Anyway, we'll see. I'm going to see how it goes today, and then I'll try another tactic by the end of the day or first thing tomorrow. It's just feedback. If something's not working, you just got to try something different.
Yeah. How are you feeling about all this stuff?
I feel good.
It's great. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. I mean, I had a coaching call on Friday afternoon with my colleague in Texas. And, we talk about business, and I don't know, I'm in a very zen place about what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I can't feel like it doesn't make sense to me that I can be this happy and feel this good about what I'm doing, and it's not going to work. Like, I know it's not working right now from the perspective of cash flow, but I just feel like it's just a matter of time. Like, just keep doing what I'm doing, and
exactly, it's bound to pan out.
And that, it's, like I was telling them, like, I used to strategize in every job I had to get like to a place where I was doing stuff that I really enjoyed and loved in about 25 or 30% of my job. And it made having to deal with the other 65, 70, 75% of crap worth it. And right now I'd say I'm doing 95% of what I'm doing is that sweet spot. So it's, I just got to keep tweaking, and, things will all of a sudden, like, I just feel like there's going to be one day where, like, it's like turning the dials, right? Like, we're just kind of adjusting, making an adjustment. And one morning we're just going to wake up after having adjusted with that one little last like notch, and boom, it's going to take off.
Yes, that's exactly. And you will always think, like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah. But I think of, it's funny, you were talking on Friday about, there's a movie called Edison Man, which is like I don't even know how true or realistic it is for the life of Thomas Edison. Mm-hmm. But the whole notion of like, and I forget what the number was, but like, he basically, he invented whatever 999 ways of not making a light bulb before he figured out the one way to make it.
Yeah.
So, I just feel like, I'm going through that same process of figuring out how not to be successful and cross that off the list and go to the next thing.
It's interesting. Yeah, you're right. That's the only way to view this, because it's always a process. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm in a nutshell too, like I'm light years ahead now in May than I was in December in terms of just being able to create stuff and get it out there and iterate. Like, I've come a long way. Mm-hmm. From that regard too. So anyway, we'll see. I'm hoping this week, like, the people that signed up for my thing, I'm going to check them every day to see if anyone's using it. And when I granted them access to the course, I emailed them and I said, I'll give you'll get your credentials on a separate email, but whatever blurb I sent them. And then I said, I'll reach out to you in a week to see how it's going. So on the week anniversary of each of them signing up, I'll email them and find out. And I'm going to give them another week. I'll say, you know, you got another week to try it out. And if you don't use it, then I'll just remove your access.
Why would you?
Well, I'm trying to motivate them to.
Oh, you're trying to use it as a kind of
into action. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Use it or lose it. And if they respond, say, actually, I need some more time, I would give them more time. I'll remove them from access to the course. I won't remove them from my list. Like I'll keep
of course,
reaching out to them.
Of course.
But
and
I'll probably send them I got to figure out like another lead magnet to send them.
What are you thinking right now?
Well, I don't know, just something that I already have created for my course that I could give them.
Here's a pro tip. If forgive me for chewing. If you follow kind of my recommendations on how you do targeting on Facebook, like how you use the influencers and how you use all of that information that's available.
Yeah.
One thing that I have done is I've signed up, like Marie Forleo, Amy Porterfield. I've actually went to their page and started following them.
Okay.
Why? Because now I scan my Facebook feed for the ads that fall into those influencers.
Yeah.
And those ads have copy. And I can go, I remember I showed you how you go to page and you can view the ads that they're running.
Yeah.
When they started running them, I can see what copy works, what images they use, like how they've arranged their images. Yeah. So it stops being a black box of trying to figure out what you want to do. Because if you're targeting that same audience, why not copy the people who have already figured it out?
Yeah, that's great.
Not like obviously not identical, because then you would look like them and then people will still click on them.
Yeah. You're not going to change your domain to Amy Porterfield with an I instead of a Y.
Jamie Smart. Sorry, I just realized I went on YouTube as we were talking because of something you said, and I realized that I have not uploaded our Friday episode.
Oh no.
And that was a very powerful episode about new ideas.
Yeah. Well, my version, I had 4 or 5 views on it already.
Of course you do. Your channel is more volatile than mine.
What did I have? 5 views on Friday's episode. 5 views on my Thursday/Friday thought. 6 views on our May 4th Star Wars version of the thing.
Is this all from subscribed?
I don't know.
You can go into engagement and take a look at if this is all people who subscribed or these are random people from the YouTube.
Yeah. And then the filling the experience gap with Reynolds is 20 views. Your episode is 24 views. And my one with Shreya on airworthiness, 191 views. Which is very interesting. My best video ever. And my wife's one is 87 views.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you have?
I think like 14 or something. I had an idea because I've been watching these videos of people reacting to music videos. Have you ever seen any of those?
No.
So it's like there's one. It's she's a voice coach. It's called The Charismatic Voice. So she's like an opera singer. I don't know what she is, but she's watching like rock videos, and she's reacting to them. And then as soon as I watch the first one of that, of course, then my feed is like full of, there's all kinds of versions of this. Then there's another guy what was his name? He's like a
I
rapper.
mean, but reacting like emotionally or just talking about them?
No, like it's a picture of them, like you and I here, with the video playing down in the corner, and they're watching the video, and then they pause it, and then they comment on, oh, what he was doing with his voice right there, or that drum beat was sick, or I don't know, like they're just commentating on it. It's a whole thing. Like this, I was talking to my kids about it. Anyway, it got me to thinking. I'm like, I should do a spin-off of that, which is like a 3 principles coach reacting to music, but it could be like songs that I find inspirational or motivating or whatever, and just relate it back to, you know, what's inspiring about it, how it relates to what I'm learning in my coaching course, how does it relate to leadership concepts that I think of. Like, I don't know, it would be kind of stupid and boring, but I just thought this is a whole genre of stuff that's a thing.
Really?
On YouTube, yeah. Like check on YouTube, just go like music video reactions or something, and you'll get like bombarded with, there's all kinds of these people.
Damn. It's incredible what entertains us.
There's one I watch, JJ Flow, something, I forget his name now, but he's like a rap guy. Yeah. He watches rock music. So he goes, this is the first time I've ever heard Queen, or this is the first time I've ever heard AC/DC.
What?
The first time I ever heard Metallica. And then he's going, oh, and the other day he was watching Rage Against the Machine. And he was like, anyway, it was, it's, I don't know why it's entertaining, but it is.
It would be interesting to understand why that is entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's something going on with this. I don't want to call it stupidity, but it's. We were talking about similar stuff on Friday about how kids, what entertains kids nowadays, and some of like videos of people doing absolutely insane stuff. The stuff that can hurt you. The conversation started off with some Russian dude that climbs on top of like tallest buildings and stands like with 1 foot hanging out.
Yeah.
Why what is it about your sure millions of people is going to watch that, but Augusta win means that's the last video made.
Yeah. Well, the one that blows my mind is the getting kicked in the groin or hit in the groin. There's a whole genre of videos of people inventing new ways to hit each other in the groin.
And the fact that you know that also scares me.
Yeah. Well, there's a show, my kids laugh at me because I still watch television to consume stuff. And there's a show on MTV called Ridiculousness, and it's all in reruns, I guess. But like I watch that, and I call my son and go, "Oh, well, look at this funny video," and he's like, oh, "Dad, that's from like 5 years ago." But Ridiculousness is like, it's like America's Funniest Home Videos, but like more extreme. I don't know. You ever heard of it?
America's Funniest Home Videos?
No, Ridiculousness.
No.
Rob Dyrdek, who's a pro skateboarder. You ever heard of Rob Dyrdek?
No.
No. Wow, I'm saying things that you've never heard of them. Wow. Anyway, that's where I get all my entertainment. Between Ridiculousness and then like HGTV and DIY Network and History Channel. That's my sweet spot.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll tune into your little event at noon.
Please do. And, I wonder if I'll get just maybe one. Maybe I posted as an event on Facebook. No one's going, so I know that for a fact. We'll see. I still need to create this content, but so why not make it? Why not open it up for a faint possibility of somebody joining?
Yeah. Well, that's the like I was building content on the weekend for my course and for leadership for retail managers.
Yep. And how did that? Where did that end up?
Well, it's just on hold until
because of the lockdown.
Until the lockdown's over, yeah.
Oh, that's not going to end. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say is yes, of course.
Yeah.
Doug Ford has our best interest in mind.
So
all hail Doug Ford.
So that'll happen in, I don't know, hopefully a few weeks. But it's good because it's given me a chance to finish it. Not that it had to be finished, but I was thinking as I'm building it, going like I'm still going about this all wrong, because what I should be doing is what you're doing, is like do something and record it, and that's your content. Like you don't have to. Maybe there's some elements that you need to do the way we've been doing it, with like offline building of stuff that's polished and I don't know, meticulous. But there's so much other stuff that you could just do live and see who comes and record it, and bam, that's your thing. Like a lot of the content I've been watching lately from Jamie is just calls that he's had that he's recorded, and that's what it is. There was one that's a money mindset series, and it's like, this, the woman's talking about, well, I just need to feel comfortable with doing it. He goes, no, you don't. He goes, you just have to do it. She goes, oh, so what you're saying is, and he's like, no, this is not a 2-step process. It's not first I have to do this, then I can do this. This is just a 1-step process. Just do it. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. Just do it. Oh, so I just need to forget. No, you don't even need to forget about it. You just need to do it. Like it's not a 2-step process. And then it got to the point where he goes, let me just be very clear. Just do the fucking thing. Anyway, it was the other thing I did on the weekend is I was putting in content for Miguel's app Voice.
Yeah.
Because I've been selected to work for him for free as a curator.
Yep, I remember that.
And so of course I started with Stephen Covey, who's my all-time
favorites.
So I put some stuff in from him. I actually found an interview that Tony Robbins did with him on YouTube, so I took some clips from that, which was kind of cool. And then I moved on to Chris Hadfield, because I remember when he presented at Loyalty One. Were you there when for that one?
Mm-hmm.
So I found some clips from him, and the same thing. It was funny because he was talking about it was a TED talk that he did in BC, and he's talking about fear. He's like, so what's the scariest thing you've ever done? And then he goes through when he was on a spacewalk and he went blind because stuff got in his eyes and there's no gravity. And anyway, he was blind, but he didn't panic because they trained to be blind, right? So he goes like, what's scared you? Spiders? And he goes and he goes through all these statistics and he goes, here in British Columbia, there's 730 species of spiders, and there's only one species that's venomous, and it's a black widow. But they build their webs low to the ground. So if you're walking through a forest or a barn or whatever, and you walk into a spider web,
yep,
whatever spider made that web is harmless to you. It's as dangerous to you as a ladybug or a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to worry about it. So just walk through the spider web. It's just a bunch of sticky, fluffy stuff. And then walk through another one and another one. And once you've walked through 100 spider webs, you've conquered that. Like it no longer is a thing. And he goes, that's how they train. Like so he trained
mm-hmm.
for the possibility that he could go blind during a spacewalk. So when it happened, it was no big deal. And I don't know, it just really resonated with me about, our human conditioning and how we allow things as silly as and it is funny because that night I went out to walk the dog before bedtime at like 11, and there was a spider who's making a big web off the corner of my shed, right where the gate is. So I like walk out and he was like right there in the corner. So I just knocked him down and squished him, but I didn't like.
You're good. Good.
I didn't.
He deserved that, of course.
Yeah.
All he was doing was just going about his business, but good for you.
Well, he can find another shed. He could be reincarnated into another spider and go bother somebody else. Anyway, it was an interest. That's the cool thing about working on this app with him is just. And then I found Pinball Clemens. I don't know if you know Mike Pinball Clemens. You're not a sports guy, but he was a all-time leading yard combined yards holder in the CFL. And the coach of the Argos, he won 3 championships as a player and 1 as a coach. But he came to speak with us when I worked at Sobeys. Like we had an offsite event in Niagara Falls. There's only like 30 of us there.
Yeah.
And they hired him to come in. And so I got to shake his hand, and then I got to meet him. Well, not really meet him, but he picked me out of the audience to come stand in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
He was telling some story about something, and then he got like right in my face. And anyway, it was
somehow you always find yourselves in those situations.
Yeah. Anyways, it was a cool experience. So just listening to him about it was some recorded speech on YouTube of him talking about team, what being a team means and stuff. And it was a lot of the content that he shared with us. Anyway, so it was cool. I added those 3 people to the app, so it was good.
Oh well, I'm just wondering what does this all equate to? Just continue to turn the knobs.
Yeah, I think so. Well, that's what I'm doing the things that I want to do, and having fun with it and learning and growing and adjusting, and I don't know. Eventually something's gonna stick.
Something's gonna work out.
Yeah. I was showing my sister pop by on was it Saturday? Just to drop off a gift for my daughter's birthday. And I was showing her the app that I made, and she was like, "Oh, this is amazing!" Like, and she works in HR, and anyway, she immediately saw like the value of something like that. So again, it just kind of gave me some more energy towards the whole thing. So we'll see.
We'll see. We will. We will.
And
I mean, it's bound to work out.
Yeah, and I've got two coaching conversations this week with people for my course. Because one is scheduled as part of our peer coaching. Another guy, he just put on a post on Facebook on Friday saying he's enjoying the peer coaching and he's got time this week. So if anyone wants to do an extra session with him, sign up. So I signed up for that. And then I got another guy who used to work for me who I contacted a couple of weeks ago who booked me in for this Thursday night. So I got three coaching conversations this week over and above my normal course stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's interesting. And Jamie's supposed to get back to you this week?
Yeah, he said if I don't hear from him by the same time next week, so the Thursday afternoon, then to nudge him. So I did look on Glide. Like the way it's set up right now, it's not collecting people's actual email addresses. Like it's an anonymous, it creates a dummy email. But I can see there's been 2 additional people on it, which he shared it and they've looked at it. I haven't got any more detail than that, but I'm taking that as a positive sign.
I mean, if he doesn't have anything like this, he would be silly not to take advantage of something that he can easily test.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing there that's,
All right. Well, I'll see you at noon.
You will. That's fantastic. I'm just gonna. Okay.
All right.
I'll see you at noon, and I'll
right.
post this before then.
Okay. Cool.
See you, Greg.
Bye.